The boundaries between divine heritage and mortal vulnerability are rarely as permeable as they are in the Blood and Ash saga. And in A Soul of Ash and Blood, the second half of Jennifer L. Armentrout's masterful, reality-bending epic, the cost of godhood is paid in memories, truths, and the crushing weight of legacy. Armentrout, the undisputed architect of high-stakes, myth-drenched romance, delivers a visceral, deeply intense, and heart-pounding conclusion to this pivotal chapter. A story that doesn't just challenge the established order of the realms, but fundamentally rewrites the history of everything the reader thought they knew about the gods themselves. This isn't a story of safe mythological resolution. It is a rapid-fire, deeply intense plunge into the logistical nightmare of reclaiming a lost identity. The perilous collision between a protagonist's burgeoning, world-altering divinity and the ancient predatory hungers of those who would see her eradicated, and the terrifying truth that when you are a soul of both ash and blood, you are both the end of the world and the only thing capable of stitching it back together. Armentrout hooks the audience instantly by constructing a high-stakes, hyper-focused trap. Trapped in a vacuum of forgotten history, the heroine must navigate a landscape where every whisper is a deception, and every memory she recovers is a potential death sentence. The narrative center zeroes in on the protagonist's methodical, high-pressure descent into the ash and blood, a state of dual-natured existence that acts as a crucible for their soul's evolution. As they traverse the shattered, nightmare-ridden landscapes of the immortal kingdoms and the dangerously quiet, archive-locked corridors of the celestial elite, they realize that their return to the throne is not merely a political necessity. It is a systemic catalyst that is drawing out the most ancient, predatory entities from the dark edges of their reality. The investigation into the true motive behind their forbidden lineage quickly escalates into a dangerous, high-stakes tactical and emotional chess match, as they discover that their enemies are not just fighting for a crown. They are orchestrating a total, reality-resetting purge of the bloodline. Forced to juggle the logistical nightmare of maintaining a united, revolutionary front, the constant, suffocating threat of magical sabotage, and the mounting, undeniable encounter with the cost of their own burgeoning power, they must synthesize a new way of existing, one built on tactical deception, radical, improvised spellweaving, and an unyielding, purely human refusal to be dismantled by the pantheon that wants them forgotten. Armentrout's writing style is unapologetically atmospheric, machine gun fast, and saturated with an intense, authentic blend of divine occult jargon, sharp, blade-like emotional prose, and high-stakes environmental dread. She builds exceptional structural tension by pairing the mundane, aching routines of their survival, tending to the fading immortal spark, coordinating clandestine revolutionary meetings, and enduring the quiet, crushing weight of constant, vigilant isolation, with the chaotic, nightmare-filled assaults of the gods' shifting, power-hungry sycophants. The story moves forward with a relentless, momentum-driven energy, turning routine, analytical probes, calculated maneuvers through the temple's hidden, steam-filled basements, and tense, high-stakes standoffs with lethal, god-augmented enforcers into pulse-pounding steps closer to an inevitable, reality-defining confrontation. The presentation thrives on this sharp emotional focus, making every discovered alliance, every executed royal deception, and every deep-seated fear confronted feel like a high-stakes victory for the human spirit. What makes A Soul of Ash and Blood an exceptional entry in the paranormal romantasy canon is Armentrout's unparalleled ability to develop a highly compelling, logic-driven heroine whose pursuit of the truth is treated as a supreme navigational asset, rather than a tragic, fading memory. Watch as she transforms her experience with forgotten divinity into a compass, learning to navigate the chaotic pantheon to outmaneuver an aristocracy that operates with absolute, terrifying precision. As the structural walls of their reality begin to collapse, and the true scope of the soul danger is exposed, the pacing transforms into a breathless, heart-pounding race to maintain the shred of truth they carry before their consciousness is permanently unstitched by the kingdom's relentless, power-hungry machinery. The final act is an absolute masterclass in suspense, delivering a barrage of explosive realizations, shattered paradigms, and a spectacular, jaw-dropping climax that completely leaves the reader thoroughly stunned. For fans of thrillers demanding a brilliant, character-driven, and masterfully paced exploration of royalty and magical upheaval, this book delivers an unforgettable shockwave.